is going down, you guys? It's your boy Jimmy C, and I'm here to bring you the latest shit talk that's been happening. That is Dana White running away from post-fight interview. That's right. All right, I guess he didn't really run away, but gotta tell you, some of these reporters, Kevin Iole specifically, man, they came with some heat, boy. They straight up just called him out about the whole John Jones, Stipe, and Tom Aspinall thing. Now, if you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, let me just catch you up real quick. John Jones was scheduled to fight Stipe Miocic. John Jones got hurt. The fight then just got postponed. In the meantime, Tom Aspinall's been coming up on a tear, fights for the interim belt, gets the interim belt, becomes interim champion, UFC heavyweight interim champion. So, where does that leave him? Well, according to Dana, I mean, he's really not in any kind of way putting him on the sideline. According to Dana, all he's trying to do is make the John Jones versus Stipe fight happen because the deal was made. And who is he to tell Stipe Miocic to fuck off? Well, Mr. Dana White, last time I checked, you are the UFC's president. And when fighters cannot come through with what they're supposed to, usually there's some kind of repercussions, but that hasn't been the case here, not at least for John Jones. See, John Jones is kind of holding up the division in a way. He doesn't want to fight Tom Aspinall to give Tom Aspinall the chance to fight for that heavyweight belt and unite the belts. For some reason, he still wants to just fight Stipe. Now, was the deal made? Was their contract done? Yeah, but that was so long ago. Why leave Tom Aspinall out to dry? And I get what you're saying. Oh, he's young. He's going to have plenty of time. But the dude just fought Curtis Blades and beat him. What was that fight for? I mean, explain the reason for that fight. What was he defending? His interim belt? What is the interim belt? But just a reason to put you next in line to fight for the actual belt, not to defend it. So, I don't know. It just seems like a fucking joke. And they're saying that the heavyweight division is the best it's been. That's bullshit. That is 100% bullshit. And I can pull up the record right now and show you guys that. I mean, it has not been the same since going all the way back to like Cain Velasquez, Brock Lesnar. You had Frank Mir up there. You can even go all the way back when even Randy Couture fought in the heavyweight division. You know, it hasn't been the same in a long time. It's for some reason, Francis Ngannou came around. He was something special, and then that fell apart, clearly. And then Cyril Gane came around, Junior Dos Santos, and these heavy hitters, but none really stuck out and dominated the way John Jones has dominated the light heavyweight division. So I understand what Dana White's trying to say, but that move from light heavyweight to heavyweight for John Jones, that should have been done a long fucking time ago. And now, he got sidelined. First of all, he took forever to bulk up and get all the way to heavyweight and then finally fight. And he fights Cyril Gane. Cyril Gane is not known for his grappling, for his wrestling, for his takedowns, for his takedown defense. Cyril Gane is not known for that. And what is John Jones known for? Grappling, wrestling, beating the fuck out of you. Dude's good striker too, but when he starts getting peppered on the feet, he grabs you, takes you down. So they pit him up against this dude. What did you... I mean, Who else saw this fight going down a different way? Please explain to me if you did, because everything pointed to John Jones was about to run through this motherfucker, and he did. And honestly, I think he took his time with him because he didn't want to make it seem like it was that easy. Yet it still looked pretty fucking easy for him. And now he wants to fight Stipe Miocic next. Miocic, and everyone that knows the fight game right now will tell you right now that Stipe has not fought in a long time, and the last time that he did fight, he got fucking knocked out. The dude hasn't fought in a long time. He's up there. What kind of challenge is John Jones really gonna be taking on if he fights Stipe Miocic? Nothing. No challenge. What is Stipe known for? His striking. How did DC beat Stipe the first time? Do you really think it's going to be any different? Why? Because he beat him, because Stipe beat DC and was able to stuff some of those takedowns? Again, you guys, we're talking about John Jones. He is tall. He is long. He is strong. He's been doing this for a really long time. Dude has a really great fight IQ, and then you add everything else on top of that. His strength, his reach, his experience, his chin. Dude's got a chin too, by the way. He's taken some shots in fights that I thought would have stunned him or something, and nothing. I've never seen this dude get stunned. The only loss that this guy has in the UFC is that Matt Hamill, the elbows, the 12-6 elbows, which was fucking weird when I first saw it, and that's like his only stain on the record. But a lot of people will also point out the fact that he has popped 4 PEDs, and I could break down the research on exactly what he popped for, but I know that it was this whole like nanograms thing, and it's like such a small amount, such a small trace amount. It's like a grain of sand on a beach is what's the comparison. Some dumb shit like that. I don't know, and I don't care. This is right here, right now, and that is John Jones is trying to take on a old, with no disrespect, by the way, Stipe, because that dude's got a solid record. When the division was stacked, this dude was in the middle of it and just looking good. So no disrespect to Stipe. I feel like Stipe, if he wants this John Jones fight, which brings me to the next point, but first real quick, if Stipe wants this John Jones fight, then it should be for no belt. If Dana White is here saying that this is Stipe's last fight, and if he wins, well, he's just going to ride off onto the sunset. Well, if he loses, he's also going to ride off onto the sunset, just probably on a gurney. But he is going to stop after this last fight, so why even fight for the belt? And then John Jones is also saying that he doesn't want to fight Tom Aspinall, or at least rumor has it that he might also be heading off onto the sunset as well. And I mean, the guy has been fighting for a long time. He should have. I thought he was going to retire, but then next thing you know, he moved up to heavyweight. And now, which is cool, because I like seeing John Jones fight. The dude's an exciting fighter. He's a great fighter. Is he #1 pound-for-pound fighter? No, because according to the list, it's Islam, because he's been more active and has been defending his belt. John Jones has been inactive and fought for the belt, but then has not defended it because he got injured and he's been sidelined, which brings me to the next point. Why hasn't he been stripped? And I know the obvious reason is because he's John Jones, but other fighters in the past have been stripped quick. And also, other fighters are very humble and will give up their belt because they know they're going to be sidelined for a while. Yuri did it, Jamal Hill did it, and other fighters in the past have done it. And also, fighters have been stripped for not being active and holding up the division. Because I am pretty sure that if Aljamain Sterling, yes, Aljamain Sterling, I'm pretty sure if Aljamain Sterling had not fought Sean O'Malley, they would have stripped him of that belt. Oh, 100% they would have stripped him from that belt. Even though Aljamain Sterling had just defended the belt like 4 months prior. Think about that. So that means the guy put himself through a whole training camp, fought, maybe took a couple weeks off, and had to jump right back into another training camp and another weight cut. Come on, man. This was a setup, bro. And if you can't see past that, this was a setup. But why was... So that's the reason why Aljo took the fight. He knew he was going to get stripped. So then that brings me back to what I was talking about. John Jones not being stripped and John Jones not giving up his belt. It is Tom Aspinall's turn. And the interim belt is a fucking joke. If I was Tom Aspinall, I'd throw that shit away. Because, in my eyes, he is the actual champ that defended his belt versus Curtis Blades. And on that night, they should have given him that heavyweight belt. But why didn't they do that? Because they know John Jones is not going to fight without that belt on the line. It's John Jones, you guys. This is Dana White's BFFF. You know? And I don't know why. John Jones, in the public eye, has done a lot of shit. You know, I mean, just the whole running into that pregnant woman with his car and then running off and being all coked out, like, you know, that speaks volumes. And I get it, we're all humans, we all make mistakes, but this guy's constantly on the news, and it's never good. It's always something bad. Of course, Dana will always try to paint him, you know, as this good person, but as far as being an actual good role model, I would never let my kids look up to John Jones as a good role model. Maybe as a good fighter, you know, pick up some fight moves, learn some techniques and stuff, but as far as role model, no way. But either way, that's what's been happening. You guys, let me know what you think, because like I said, John Jones, Stipe, I don't personally give two shits about that fight, and I know a lot of people feel the exact same way. So Tom Aspinall versus Stipe, or Tom Aspinall versus John Jones, that sounds cool. Really, Tom Aspinall versus anyone sounds cool because he's an exciting fighter. Dude looks pretty cool. He seems pretty chill. So let me know what you think. Are you guys excited about John versus Stipe, or would you rather see Tom Aspinall fight John Jones instead? Because I know I would, personally. That would be the nail in the coffin, the ultimate, like, hey, look, everyone should just shut the fuck up. John Jones comes in, fights Tom Aspinall, and just brutally beats him. He'll shut everybody the fuck up. And that's what he needs to do. But he doesn't want to do that. So now, at this point, any fight that isn't versus Tom Aspinall is a fucking joke. And personally, I'm not going to give two shits about it, because it's just not going to be any kind of challenge for John Jones. So therefore, how's that any different? You know what I'm saying? I want to see him actually get challenged, even if it's the final fucking test. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. I appreciate you guys listening, sticking around, and on the next one, in the meantime, take care, and I'm gonna holler at you.